Hi, Aaron. I am going to give you some feedback on your student portfolio. Thank you for your heartfelt and detailed message. And I am truly sorry that this course has caused you any angst or upset because I really wanted this to be a joyful experience, not one that upsets someone. So now when I'm looking at this, I see how well you have organized things. So that's pretty darn impressive. Now, you've organized it in a different way than I did, but that's fine. So here we go. I'm going to take a look at your portfolio for, you can see why it's a little difficult. Now I have to go to each one and look at these. But so you're getting yourself, you don't know if you're hard or hard enough on yourself. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty detailed reflection. So I wouldn't expect that, but I appreciate it. That's an A plus reflection right away, just so you know. Now let's take a look at your work. So the agenda activity, time spent, which is a fair bit of time, and looks like you evaluated a tool here. Not sure that was the week one. That's week two. I'm on week two. That's interesting. Did I click on week two? I might have. I must have. Okay. Well, I can go with week two first, and then we'll go back to week one. So you've done this. It is just so well organized here. You've got your evaluation here of the tool, and wow, I mean, that's really impressive the way you've done that. It's a lot of detail, and you got your time spent, the application. You've given a lot of description here, learning goals, challenges. This is A plus work, no question about it in my mind. That you could. I'm not trying to discourage you, but I want you to be more efficient in some ways, just to you can really reduce that. So wow, okay. And then working in your project here, you've got a link to the project and you've got the phases and it's a good description. That's all I was really expecting. And it looks like you're, have I looked at this? This looks very familiar to me. Um, Birds fly south. Okay, that's you've got this whole project done. It looks like. So that's the final project, but obviously it hadn't done in week two, but you're just giving me a link to it. And you give me a great description. So, and your in-class contribution is solid. You provided a link. It'd be nice if this was a labeled link. What do I mean by a labeled link? You can see that I don't see the URL, that sort of unfriendly URL. It's just a labeled link, but you've given a good explanation, a really good explanation. No question on mine, that's an A plus week. Okay. Let's look at week one here. And it's going to be a long video, but hopefully a long video. Now you've given yourself A minus here. Again, that's a really good explanation. So I would say that that's an A plus explanation. Pre-course activity, you did the notebook um, activity with a briefing document. Um, and then what did you do here? Oh, okay. You looked at okay, there's your, wow. Okay, that's pretty detailed in terms of your connection. You put so much work in this. I can clearly see that you do truly love learning. So that's pretty amazing. You have your project here and then the introduction. And so I would have to disagree with you. I would say this is an A plus entry. I hope you don't mind my disagreement. Let's look at week three. I'm seeing a pattern here of really high quality work. Um, so B plus. So yeah, you're someone who's pretty hard on yourself. Maybe I'm too easy, but I don't think so. I've looked at a lot of these, and have provided an extensive level of documentation, and I'm glad that after week 4 we don't have to do that still. So here are these activities. Oh, that you put here. Okay, just to remind yourself, the Gen A activity. You put a link here, um, and PowerShell challenge. Always getting my own work, creating my own work, and not being able to pay. Oh, okay. Uh, so interesting challenges. I don't know if ChatGPT can help you with getting paid doing your own stuff, but maybe AI can help you to be a little bit um, more efficient. Um, so you look like you did, yeah, limitations. You really took this very seriously. I appreciate that. Uh, you've given these outstanding reflections. You're obviously very good at that. Let's go to, yeah, sorry, the project part, which I see the Gen A activity, but I don't see the project. Now I see the project, and you've given very detailed description. Again, that's A plus quality work. Um, let's go here. So we've got the challenges. I think you're getting close out here to getting accurate because I'm at an A plus and you're pushing just an A minus here. I don't know what more you expect of yourself because this is I would say an exemplary reflection. I can't really come up with any more praise than that, I guess. So what I like is you've actually reminded me what the activity was, which is lovely. And you created the video, lovely. And you've given a very good description, and I mean, incredible description. You're still put 5 hours, a lot of work here on this, and wow, okay, these are all. That's an incredible reflection there. Your in-class contributions are solid. Only thing is if you could do some, I'll show you how to do this. You copy the link, or you just right-click copy, and then if you want to put it on something like Mentimeter, you highlight it and right-click Insert Link, and then right-click and paste. The link now goes actually on the Word. Okay, so um, that's all that is. And so that's A plus again. Again, I can't see really. Now you've got your project completed here. And I'm just going to evaluate these weeks before I go back because we're at 8 minutes already. And and the video. So yourself, you've got this again. I'm opening it up. Self-assessment A, yep, I would agree. You're finally getting into what I think is truly what you've got your project there. Gen A activity. I explored how Gen A can support 5 competencies in deep learning. And watch this. Now, it's interesting. The 1 week you're giving yourself an A. I don't have a link to this activity that you completed. So I need that. So I'm going to just say missing link here. Comment missing link to Gen AI output because I'm pretty sure I asked for an output. I usually do. And then, yeah, it's good reflection. You go to sub-reflection. Oh, wait a second. Maybe there we are. Okay, deepening learning. Okay, it's just in the order. I didn't think you would. All right. Oh, and you've done a rating so nicely formatted. I can just only imagine how much time and effort you put into this. I am blown away, I have to say. These are pretty impressive. You've And your project, I know that you're working on that. I'll take a look at that. You've given me some very good reflections on that. And then your in-class contributions, it's more than enough. And keep in mind, you don't have to keep using the prompt there. Now we're already up to week 6, and since you've done it, I might as well give you the credit for doing that. Self-assessment A through tears, triumphs, and oh my gosh, tears. I'm so sorry. Um, uh, so you are looking at an AI tool called Gamma, and you've got your challenges, and okay, this is so impressive. You can shorten. I'm pretty convinced you can do this. So you can shorten your self-evaluation on these just to save you some time if you feel comfortable doing that. Here's your Gen AI activity. This is so well organized. I wish everybody could do this. You've got a detailed summary, cons, learning curve. Okay, so you've learned a lot through that summary. Is powerful, friendly tool. Okay. All right. I'm looking. I don't know gammas. You now know more than I do. So that's pretty impressive. Well, maybe not so much, but and you are now looking like you're starting another project. Um, and you've given me the challenges and community contributions. Make sure you add 2 to our, yes, that's the community contributions. In class, you don't have to worry this prompt complete your in class contributions. Summarize in your own way. So Uh, yes, that's fine. I don't see the in-class contribution, so that's missing, but no big deal. All right, let's go back to your project. Okay, so you've got a self-reflection, and then we've got Curious Claire here. So you got your favorite, you've got your plan here, which all is a very detailed. And each page is done. Okay, that's fine. And the drafting of my messy room. You've got a good draft. You've got the storybook one, and we now have something in Canvas too, so that would be interesting. This looks like another storybook too. That's a pretty, trudged. What's the age group here, I wonder? Look like fun visuals. Nice. Okay, so that's lovely. And I saw Curious Claire already. And so let's take a look at your self-reflection. So you're giving yourself an A minus. Introduction to Personal Science project description is very detailed. You show me what you did, which is pretty important here. Now, we only have 6 learning goals in in the course, so obviously well, maybe there are aspects of the learning thing. So you've given me the audience, you've given me the purpose, neurodiverse students. Okay, very good. This is really good. You've got the tools, the Gemini images, the Google Slides, although obviously that's not an AI tool, messy room, Google Gemini, challenges faced, successful growth. Okay, again, I'm gonna just disagree with you. I think this is an A plus project. So overall, Aaron, this is so very impressive. I'm not sure what else to say. I've run out of wonderful adjectives to describe what you've done, and so you are at a solid A plus in the course.